Greetings of the day. My name is Lakshman Jajodi, Assistant Professor, GS College of Commerce, Varda. Welcomes you on the e-learning platform of our college. In previous lectures, we have seen how to prepare profit and loss account as well as balance sheet of banking companies. In this lecture, we will see a detailed question which would give an idea about how to prepare balance sheet as well as P&L account along with all the 16 schedules which are been provided to you on your WhatsApp group. So we will look after all the things. The link of the question is attached in the video. Kindly refer it for the purpose of seeing the question. Apart from this, answer will be discussed by us on the board. In general tendency, if the exam goes in the university pattern way, that of 80 marks of detailed question would be asked, then what you have to do, you have to first of all prepare balance sheet. We have to write all the formats and all the head, and after that we have to prepare P&L account. Balance sheet is a form A and profit and loss account is an form B, and this is how we have to prepare the things. So due to the space constraint, I am first going for P&L account and the schedules of it. Then I would prepare balance sheet. But what we have to do while making an answer, we have to first prepare balance sheet. We would write the format of balance sheet because there is nothing to record in the what we can say plus minus to be recorded in the format. So we can write balance sheet. Then we have to prepare P&L account format and schedules from 1 to 16. I am preparing in this customized way so that I could utilize the space and you could see the solution simultaneously, because balance sheet, for preparing balance sheet, before that we would need P&L account calculation. So the question says that trial balance is given to us of an bank known as Indian Bank as on 31st of March 2015. Along with it, certain adjustments are also provided to us, and we are being asked to prepare profit and loss account as well as balance sheet as on date. So we will start preparing it. So first of all, prepare the format of balance sheet. After that, prepare the format of P&L account. After that, schedule 1 to 16, we can draw the schedule. We just need 2 columns, that is particular and amount. So for balance sheet, we would require schedule number 13 of interest income, schedule 13 of interest income. So what is given in the trial balance with regard to interest income, we will see that. So first of all, refer to it for interest income. It is been seen that in schedule number 13, interest and discount has to be taken for rupees 3,50,000. Interest and discount has been given for rupees 3,50,000 less. Again, there is been adjustment provided that rebate on bill discounted less rebate on bill discounted has been provided for rupees 8,400. We have to less it. Again, there is another adjustment that interest accrued on investment 39,200 that we have to add interest accrued. That means we have made some investment and interest on it has yet to be received, that we have to add. So 3,50,000 minus 8,400 plus 39,200. So our total interest income would be of rupees 3,80,800. 3,80,800. 380,800. Then we have to see the part of other income. In other income, we can see in the trial balance, other income is 4 rupees. In the credit portion, we see that there is an schedule number 14. Other income. First one is of rent. It is given in the credit side of our trial balance, that is of 42,000. Then another income is given for commission and brokerage which bank has received. Commission and brokerage 33,500. Total is of 75,500. We would transfer it to our profit and loss account. 75,500. And now all the heads of income has been covered. Hence we can make total of our income, that is 4,56,300. 4,56,300. 4,56,300. Sorry, there is a correction. Please note it down. Commission and brokerage has been provided for rupees 600, 33,600. So kindly increase it to 75,600, and our total would be 4,56,400. 4,56,400. So this was for our income side. Now we will move to the expenditure side. That would be schedule 15. That is interest expended by bank. How much interest bank has paid to its customer? So interest has been given for deposits. Interest on deposits has been provided in our trial balance. How much it has cost to the bank? 89,600. 89,600. There is only one kind of interest that bank has paid. So we can now total it, 89,600, and we can transfer it to P&L account. 89,600. Next would be schedule 16, operating expenses. Operating expenses. All other expenses which are given in trial balance which do not fall in the schedule 13, schedule 15 would be transferred to the schedule 16, that is operating expenses. So what is being given? That first thing is payments to and provision for employees. Payments to employees and provisions. That is been given for rupees 1,54,000. 1,54,000. Then next thing is given for rent, taxes and lighting. Rent, taxes and lighting. $8,400. Next given is the director fees. Director fees for rupees 33,600. 33,600. Then after director fees is given auditor fees. Auditor fees has been given for 28,000. After auditor fees, printing and stationery. Printing and stationery for 7,000 or 7,000. Then is postage and telegram. Postage and telegram for rupees 9,100. 9,100. Last one is the depreciation on bank property. Depreciation is the last item which is been given. So we will take the amount of rupees 6,300. 6,300. All the items have been covered from the trial balance with regard to this, and after totaling all this we get the total of 2,46,400. 2,46,400. We will transfer it to our operating expenses at 2,46,400. 2,46,400. We would transfer it to this. And now next thing is for the provisions and contingencies. This part we have to look into the adjustment. In adjustment there is an provision and contingencies been given into this. The provision is provided for the 8,400 rupees with regard to the provide for rebate on bill discounted, that is provision of 8,400 that we have to transfer here. So we could transfer here 8,400. This is the provision which we have to create. Then we have to make total as all heads are covered. So the total would be 400, 10, 6, 16, 24, 3,44,400, 3,44,400. Now after getting all the totals of income and expenditure, now we can move to calculate profit. For calculating current year net profit, what we have to do? We have to minus from total of 1, that is 456,400, to total of 2, that is 344,400. After deducting this, we would get our profit. The profit would amounted to rupees 1,12,000, 1,12,000, and previous year profit has been already provided in the question in our trial balance for rupees 70,000. Hence we would have our profit of rupees 1,82,000. 1,82,000, and out of this 1,82,000 we have to make provision on the 1,12,000 for statutory reserve. So we get our profit and loss account total of rupees 1,82,000. What we have discussed that this total would be applicable for the appropriation also. So I would write previously the total would be 1,82,000 in totality. So this would be our total. Now with respect to statutory reserve, already last adjustment has been given to provide statutory reserve as per the rule. But in fact, if adjustment was not given, even after that we can prepare it. What was the rule? 25% of current year net profit. Therefore 1,12,000 multiplied by 25% we have to do, so that we could make provision for the same. The amount would be 28,000. 28,000. This would be amount for the statutory reserve for current year. We have prepared that amount. Now next would be the balance carried down to balance sheet. What is the balance which we have to carry down to balance sheet? 1,82,000 minus 28,000 would be the amount, that is 1,54,000. This would be the amount which we have to transfer to our balance sheet. Now we will start with our balance sheet. Now we will prepare balance sheet. So we are knowing what is our profit. We have seen in the earlier segment our P&L account, and along with that 4 schedules. Now we will start with schedule 1 for capital. In the question, authorized capital has not been given to us, hence we will mark it as question mark as it is not provided. Hence it should be closed if even though it is given. So we would mark it as not known on question mark. That is why. Now second thing would be in our trial balance we have been provided with subscribed and paid up capital. Subscribed and paid up capital. So it is been provided with rupees 5,60,000. 5,60,000 दिया हुआ है. Note it down. Other adjustment regarding to calls in arrears has not been provided. Hence we can make the total of 5,60,000 in totality. We can transfer it definitely to our balance sheet for 5,60,000. This is for capital. Now we will move to next schedule, schedule 2 for reserves and surplus. Reserves and surplus. So with regard to reserves and surplus, very first thing we would take, that would be statutory reserve. In statutory reserve in trial balance, we can see that there is an opening balance of 1,90,400, 1,90,400 का ओपनिंग बैलेंस दिया हुआ है, प्लस current year transfer is also been provided. We have calculated 25%, that is amounted to rupees 28,000. 28,000 we can take total in the outer column, that is 2,18,400. Apart from this, we have to see that is there any other kind of reserves. So there is no other kind of reserves and fund provided in the question, so we will omit that thing. But again, we have to take the part of surplus. We have to take balance in P&L account that we have calculated at the end of the appropriation. We have to take that segment. So it is of rupees 1,54,000, 1,54,000 balance of appropriation. We would need to transfer it. The total amounted to rupees 3,72,400, 3,72,400. This is the total we need to transfer in the schedule 2, 3,72,400. Then third one is for deposits. We have to see what are the deposits with the bank. So schedule 3, deposits. With regard to deposit, we have only given one heading of deposits, which amounted to rupees 27,77,600. 27,77,600. We can make total of it and transfer it to our balance sheet, as only one head is given, 27,77,600. We will transfer it to the balance sheet. Now the number is of schedule 4, that is of borrowings of the bank. What are the various borrowings which bank has done? We have to see. In trial balance, there is only one borrowing from Bank of Maharashtra, amounted to rupees 61,600. Borrowings from Bank of Maharashtra, which has amounted to rupees 61,600. 61,600. We have to take it and make the total of it. 61,600 for schedule number 4. Then last segment would be for schedule 5, other liabilities. Apart from all this liability, we have to see is there any other liability which is been left in the trial balance or in the adjustment, which we have with those liability we have to take it here. So the very first liability is here is of rebate on bill discounted, which is been provided in the adjustment. Rebate on bill discounted, 8,400 was the amount of rebate which we have to take here. Second one was provision for income tax. We have been asked to create provision for income tax. Is being need to created for rupees 22,400. 22,400. The total amounted to rupees 30,800. 30,800. This is all the total of our liabilities for respective schedule 1 to 5. Now we can make the total of our balance sheets. First part, that is of capital and liabilities. It would be of one second, there is an error in the total. The total amounted to rupees 38 lakh 2,400. 38 lakh 2,400. This is what is our total for liabilities 38,02,400. Now we will move to our second segment, that is of asset. In asset we will first move with cash and balance with RBI. Now we will start with our schedule number 6, that is of cash and balance with RBI. With respect to this, in our question we have been given cash in hand. Cash in hand is given for rupees 42,000. Next is given is cash with RBI is also been provided. Cash with RBI amounted to rupees 14,014. So we have to make total of it of rupees 56,000 and transfer it to our schedule number 6 for balance sheet, 56,000. Next is balance with bank and money at call, schedule 7. Balance with other banks and money at call. With regard to this, what is given in the trial balance? Balance with central bank of rupees 50,400. Balance with central bank 50,400. Another thing is given with regard to this is the money at call and short notice. Money at call and short notice is also been provided in the question, amounted to rupees 36,400. 36,400. The total is 86,800. We have to transfer the total to balance sheet. Next is the schedule 7 for investment. With regard to this, what is given in the question? Investment in government securities. Investment in government securities is given for rupees 5,04,000. 5,04,000. $5,04,000 has been transferred to balance sheet. Next is the schedule 8 for advances, which has been given by bank to its customers. With regard to advances, loan, cash credit and overdraft has been given. Loan, cash credit and overdraft. Cash credit has been shown in the solution by me as an CC limit, that is cash credit amounted to rupees 21,50,400. 21,50,400 minus there has been adjustment for provision for bad debts. Provision for bad debts for rupees 8,400 has been given in the adjustment. Remember, we all know that there are always two effects of the adjustment. With regard to one effect, when we were preparing our adjustment, first adjustment was given for interest accrued on investment for rupees 39,200. One we have taken in the schedule number 13, and other we would take in the other liabilities part. That would be the second effect. Second is for the provide for 8,400 for bad debts. One effect we have taken in the provisions in the column in the second part, that is of expenditures. After operating expenses we have taken 8,400, and second effect is for here 8,400. Third adjustment was for rebate on bill discounted. Rebate on bill discounted, first of all we have deducted it from our income. With regard to interest and discount, we have deducted 8,400. That was the first effect, and second effect would move to the second effect for rebate and bill discounted would go into the part of second effect would go into the balance sheet with regard to bill discounted in the part in the part of this. Second effect would go in the part of what we can say in the schedule. Second effect of bills for discounted has been given into the schedule 5. We have taken rebate on bill discounted as in our other liability. Next is for the bill for collection of amounted to rupees 1,12,000. It would be go into the column of contingent liabilities. After that we would get bills for collection for 1,12,000. After that acceptance and endorsement on behalf of customer has been provided for rupees 1,40,000. It would be part of contingent liabilities. And last one was the statutory reserve. One effect we have taken in the appropriation. Second effect we have to take in the taken in the reserves and surplus column, that is schedule number 2. These are the all 2 effects of every adjustment which we have passed till now. So the total of loan and advances after deducting provision would amount to rupees 21,42,000. 21,42,000 plus there is another thing which has been provided along for the loan and advances. With this is the bill discounted and accepted, bill discounted and purchased for rupees 8,40,000 and purchased for rupees 8,40,000. We have to make total of this. So the total would be 29,82,000. 29,82,000. This was for schedule 9. Then would be for schedule. This was for schedule 8. Sorry, I have written incorrect number. Here investment was for schedule 8, advances for 9, and now we will go for schedule number 10 of fixed assets. What are the various fixed assets which are being provided to us in our trial balance? So first one is the premises less depreciation, and second one is furniture less depreciation. As the term has been provided to us, we can write it directly: premises less depreciation and furniture less depreciation. So amounted for premises was 1,08,000. 1,08,800. 1,08,800. And with regard to furniture, the amount is rupees 19,600. 19,600. So now we can make total to 1,20,400 and transfer it to schedule number 10 for fixed assets. Now remaining part is for the 2 schedules, schedule 11 and 12. Now schedule number 12 for other assets, schedule number 11 for other assets. So with regard to other assets, what is been provided to us? First is the accrued interest on investment, which has been provided in the adjustment. Accrued interest on investment, it was amounted to rupees 39,200. 39,200. Along with this, another thing which is part of this, that was the income tax paid in advance of rupees 14,000. Income tax paid in advance, we have prepared our expenses amounted to rupees 14,000. Now we can make total of it 53,200, and we can definitely transfer it to our balance sheet in other liabilities segment, that is 53,200. Now we are free to make total of our what we can say balance sheet assets column. So it amounted to rupees 38,02,400. 38,02,400. This is for the balance sheet, but remember again, last segment is been left, that is for schedule 12, contingent liabilities. With regard to contingent liability which can or cannot arise in future, what is been given to us is only one thing, that is in your 5th number adjustment, that is for acceptance and endorsement, acceptance and endorsement on behalf of customers for rupees 1,40,000. That is the only contingent liability which is been given in the question, and we would transfer it to schedule number 12 for contingent liabilities after the portion of asset. And the last thing which is been again provided in the adjustment was for the bills for collection amounted to rupees 1,12,000. We can directly take them here, 1,12,000. With regard to these two things, no requirement of the total is to be made. Remember that one thing, we have to carefully find out what is our contingent liability and bills of collection. We can remember the phrase so that we can write it directly. Contingent liability would be those liability which cannot arise in future. So 1,40,000 for schedule number 12. This is how we have to prepare the final account of banking companies if it is been asked in the question. So first thing we have to prepare is the pro forma of balance sheet. Second, pro forma of P&L account. Then we have to prepare 16 schedules. After that, the only work is left is to just fill in the blank. Take one item from trial balance, put it in the respective schedule, and kindly do the needful so that we could have our answer very easily. This was it for this lecture. In the next lecture, we will try to start our second unit. Until then, stay tuned. Thank you.